Hey guys, welcome to the channel. What a sad, sad situation. There isn't much to go on besides the Ovula session and my Spirit Box session. My good friend Kit Kat here on YouTube is the one that suggested I do the session with AJ, and the energy in the room was really strong. And what's interesting is from the 80s, even people now, the younger generations, but Crystal Lake, Friday the 13th. I always knew it was in Illinois, and then this horrible tragedy. But I don't know. I just feel a really heavy sadness after doing the session. But bell was set at 5 million Thursday morning for each of 5-year-old Andrew's parents, who were charged with murders hours after authorities found what they believe is the body of the Crystal Lake boy in a shallow grave near Woodstock. The official complaint filed against Joanne Cunningham and Andrew Freund alleges that they forced AJ to remain in a cold shower for an extended period of time and or struck him on or about his body, causing his death. It said AJ died and was buried on Monday, April 15th, 3 days before his dad reported him missing. And interesting that it says buried, because on the session I got dug. So, like they were digging. Faced multiple charges in the death of the boy, who was reported missing by his father a week ago. The two had bond hearings Thursday morning at McHenry County Jail, with Cunningham appearing first, and were ordered held in lieu of $5 million bail, for which they each would have to post a 10% bond. Each defendant was brought in separately for a hearing. They both wore orange pants, shirt, and shoes issued by the jail. Cunningham was visibly pregnant at 7 months. Oh, wow. She shook her head from side to side and appeared to be holding back tears as the charges were read, then wiped her eyes. Freund gripped the podium and then stood with his hands clasped behind or in front of him during the hearing, but showed no emotion. Freund and Cunningham were charged with first-degree murder, aggravated battery, aggravated domestic battery, and failure to report a missing child or child death. Freund was also charged with concealment of a homicidal death. In court, Judge Mark Gerhardt told both parents these are serious allegations. Spectators could not hear much of what the attorney said because of faulty microphones in the tiny court, where the gallery is separated from the court by windows. The murder charge is punishable by 20 to 60 years in prison, which may be extended to life in prison under certain circumstances, the judge said. The next court date for the defendants was set for Monday. To see what kind of people would do something like this to children is just horrible, said Patty Kakonas, a Crystal Lake resident who attended the hearing. I don't know what people are thinking. I don't feel sorry for them at all, Cajonas added. She criticized the role of the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, which initially took custody of AJ after he was born with opioids in his system, but then returned the boy to his mother. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I just want to say, and I did a little bit of collaborating with Kit Kat. I worked for DFS here in Missouri for 2.5 years, and I kind of broke it down for her because I was an investigator that went in the home to see if a child's in danger or not, okay? And there are so many rules, regulations you have to follow. But since we see this here, I get chills, that he was taken, He'd already been taken from them, so which means they have a rap sheet there through DFS. That's fine. Maybe she got sober, she did what the court order asked, and the boy was given back. They get another hotline on the family. Here in Missouri, the way that it would work, it would be immediately an open investigation with it's called an FCS worker, family centered service worker, put in that home, or immediate removal of the child or children, because they have already had a case with them. So that doesn't sit that well. Because whenever I had initially heard that DFS was involved, and I know they probably call it something different in Illinois, I was trying to tell Kit Kat, well, you can't necessarily blame them because of all the lines you got to go through, all the I's you got to dot, all the T's you got to cross before you're able to remove a child. But since he's already been removed, ooh, I hope they didn't drop the ball. We'll have to look at that more. But I do have insight into them, so that's good. The agency subsequently investigated 2 allegations of neglect by the parents, despite police reporting deplorable living conditions in the house, including dog feces and urine throughout. I heard that on the news this morning. Broken windows and floors, and extended power outage, and a bruise on AJ that was blamed on the family dog. The agency officials concluded the allegations were unsubstantiated and allowed the parents to keep AJ. Somebody dropped the ball there. Wow. First of all, deplorable living conditions. 4th of July, 2014, I removed children for deplorable living conditions. Yes. No electricity is another immediate removal. A bruise on his face when they've already had a case on the family and they're just going to take what they say it's from the dog. Not here in Missouri. No way. Wow. I understand that DFS in every state is underpaid and overworked. There's more cases than we can handle compared to social workers. But this is just a blatant red flag. I don't know if it would have been the worker that dropped the ball, because you get some workers in there that just don't want to do their job. But you also get your chief investigator, your program manager that says, we got to cut him a break, and we have to follow the rules of what our bosses say. But I don't know. Hopefully we can find out more about that, because that looks like trouble. Freund in Cunningham reported AJ missing April 18th. They told police that AJ was last seen at bedtime, about 9 p.m., April 17th. When they woke up April 18th, they said they could not find him and reported it. Kit Kat has the 911 call over on her channel too. And in the first 30 seconds, I knew that it was suspicious, even though I knew ahead of time. When the father's talking, there's no emotion. I don't know. It was just odd. So the first 30 seconds, I knew they had something to do with it, or he had something to do with it at that point. And then the mom's talking in the background on the 911 call, but I can't make out what she's saying. Yeah, guys, this is really sad. He could have possibly been removed again and still be alive. Wow. All right, that's all I have for this, okay? I will link the article in the description, and we can go from there. Like, subscribe, share, or don't. See ya.